I think that it's easier because he's so obviously healthy. He's never had an aspirin or a Tylenol. He's never had an ear infection. No. I mean, he was breastfed for 18 months, never had formula. So.
What about his vaccines?
He did get vaccines. So, that was a big, hard decision. No, it's a huge issue now. I mean, the Monsanto stuff makes me crazy, the whole agribusiness, and that I think people don't realize that some foods are extinct.
You go down to Mexico, and corn was the staple of Mexico, and at one time it was self-sustaining.
Right.
After NAFTA was passed, there was a line in Laredo, 10 miles long, waiting to come across the border, and now Mexico is dependent on American corn, American agro-products.
Haiti was the same way. Haiti used to produce all of its own rice. NAFTA and World Trade Organization. Now they imported rice cheaper than what they could make it, so therefore everybody gave up making rice.
Exactly.
Now look what that led
and
to.
They're dependent on big agriculture.
Yeah.
So that was Monsanto dominates.
Smooth-talking politicians became more important than
it's important for
starvation.
us to keep doing, and your message is a very important message to keep getting out.
Do you think most people are aware of what happens when we have colony collapse and how important the bees are to pollination?
You know that something like 70% of our food is pollinated by bees, but they have found that most of the major cause of colony collapse being a pesticide. You're getting drugs, so.
Therefore, if we were doing more organic gardening and less of the pesticide and genetic engineering, then you'd have more healthy bees, and hence you wouldn't have the colony collapse.
It's actually a pesticide that they put on the seeds, and it systemically goes through the plant. And therefore, you can't escape it. Once it's on the seed, the plant takes it up, it's in the leaves of the plant, and in pollen and everything. And it only takes a couple parts per million to disorient the bees and get them lost.
Why wouldn't you use genetically engineered seeds, and why wouldn't you use pesticides like so many other farmers do?
Glad you asked. We've been organic since 1976. My mom and dad started back in 1976. They started here in 1982. They were organic before the certifying agencies or anybody else even came around. And back then, people asked, well, how can you be organic? And the famous answer is, and still is how the Indians do it. But the other part, sorry about the question that you asked about the GMOs, is because that's suicide.